Chucky Old School with another update to my 2 best years in hip hop with another album. If you didn't know, based on what I'm wearing, this is the album I'm going to talk about. 3 Feet High and Rising by De La Soul. When they came out, they was something completely different. You know, when rap was always eclectic. It was diversive. You had different kinds of acts and different things, but you had never heard anything like De La Soul when they came out. Everybody was like, "Yo, what are they on? What are they doing?" And the first single that really that made people take notice was Plug Tunes. That's the song that's playing right now, Plug Tunes. And what was so decent about it is, even now, people don't really understand how, what were they on? What were they coming from? There was just something different. They was from Amityville, Long Island, and all we knew about Amityville was the Haunted House. We didn't know, there's rappers in Amityville. But the thing was about that album, sonically, it was just different. I mean, other than Plug Tuning, then there was Potholes in My Lawn, which is, you hear it playing right now, Potholes in My Lawn. It was just, they were just doing something different. And, whereas now people would be like, we ain't playing that. It was something different, so it got played. And that album had so many different bangers on there. And when I say bangers, I don't mean just boom bap or you bob your head, but bangers is such a bangers. I mean by people dug them. I mean, Me, Myself, and I was a monster. Everybody loved that song, and it was based off that that Parliament sample. But everybody loved Me, Myself, and I. They had Say No Go, which is also playing in the background. Say No Go, I used to love that because of the sample. So they were doing something different, and people started to take notice. Oh, you can be different and still be hip hop, and that's not groundbreaking news. But back then it was like, yo, they hip hop and they just doing something different. That whole Daisy age, and people that Daisy was the inner soul, y'all. That's what Daisy stood for, the inner soul, y'all. And for my money, and when I say for my money, that means in my opinion. So for people start. My favorite song off that album was Buddy. And not the remix Buddy. The original Buddy was playing right now. You hear this playing right now with the meanie, 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 meanie? The original Buddy version. I mean, don't get me wrong. I like the video version or the radio version. But the LP version was always my favorite off that album because off of that track. It was sonically beautiful. So we got to give shouts out again to 3 Feet High and Rising by De La. Rest in peace, Dave. True Goy the Dub. Rest in peace. They still doing their thing. That album they just put out was heavy. It was all world. Go get it. Listen to it. Pull it up on YouTube. Whatever. Check it out. But the one that started it all was in '89. 3 Feet High and Rising. Shouts out to De La Soul. Shouts out to 1989, one of the 2 best years in hip-hop history for me. Chucky Old School, out.